It's really scary. You don't know what to expect. There's something next to you, in front of you, behind you. You never know what's going to happen. And I thought it was a great experience. I loved getting scared, so I had a lot of fun.
If marauding dinosaurs aren't disturbing enough, these performers look like they just stepped out of a sideshow. They are known simply as the Freaks. It takes a special kind of person to give you a close encounter of the freakish kind. Meet one of Halloween Horror Nights' resident freaks, the Rat Lady.
I never thought about what the feeling would be like to have rats climbing all over me. First couple times I came in here, it was kind of eerie feeling, having a little pitter-patter on you, but you get used to it.
The life of a freak is risky business, but would you spend a night in a coffin full of rats?
On any given night, we have about 30 rats in here. Sometimes, you know, there's little confrontations, they'll run around and they kind of nibble.
And what prevents the Rat Lady from getting eaten alive right before your eyes?
The dress that we have on is rat-proof, thank goodness. We do have it around our wrists and around our neck. And actually, the skirt at the bottom has elastic pieces that come around our ankles so the rats can't climb, seeing as they're plexiglass right here, and we can't actually get down there to, you know, keep them from running around.
Your work-related nightmares are nothing compared to those of the Rat Lady.
I don't think that everybody could have this job, but if you don't mind rats and you don't mind actually getting nipped every once in a while, it's really not that bad. You know, what other job can you get paid to, you know, lay down and scare people with rats?
If that's not enough, then the sideshow outside of maximum carnage will shock some and make most queasy. He's half man, half lizard, and 100% gross. Meet Lizard Man. This freak gives new meaning to the word grotesque, with over 700 hours of tattooing covering his body, Teflon ridges grafted to his skull, teeth filed to points, and a forked tongue. But that's just an appetizer.
Show him the dart.
This is a dart game for the macabre.
Oh.
And lifting weights never looked so repulsive. If these freaks' vulgar displays of human mutilation and sideshow stunts don't give you nightmares, it is sure to cause a loss of appetite. From a freak show to a hot TV show, pop culture is one way the Universal team gets inspiration for haunted mazes.
When we start developing Halloween, one of the things that we do is we take a look at what society is scared of. What's the newest trend? A good example this year is reality-based.
That brings us to our last maze, Fear Factor, which was based on the reality TV series of the same name.
The brand Fear Factor is synonymous with gross, nasty, yucky, slimy elements. So we took all of those elements and said, let's put them in a maze, turn the lights out, and then have them navigate it in the complete darkness.
Fear Factor puts the creepy, crawly, gross, and gooey in a darkened maze.
Fear Factor's core scare is all about the fears that people have every day. It's the fear of darkness, the fear of snakes, spiders, rats, worms, all of those things that everybody lives with every day and they're afraid of.
I just want to go. I just want to get out. There's many reasons to be afraid of insects and creepy crawlies. I think that much of that comes from childhood. You learn as a child that there's something scary about them. You see a spider and someone goes, ah, ew, and that teaches you then there's something to be afraid of.
So how did Universal take this cauldron of fears and brew them up to create a haunted maze?
We're here in the worm room, and as you can see, what we've done is taken these lengths of rope, put gummy worms on, fishing lures, we've got these little snakes, and in the dark, these are going to feel like real worms, which are really going to play on people's fears. You're going to be walking through here and getting these gooey things on you. It'll really mess with people's minds. This is the hair room. We've got about 15 different kinds of hair, lengths of hair, different kinds of matty, gooey hair. As you come through here, it's going to be all over your arms and your face, and it's completely pitch black. And then we're going to cover it in goo. I'm backstage with one of our special effects here. This is the shock drop bridge. As people come through, a scare actor will be hitting this foot pedal, dropping that bridge 2 inches into complete darkness. This is our finale for this house. We're going to have 4 scare actors with compressed air guns hitting you as you go out the door, sending you out screaming.
To instill fear in park guests, Universal employs approximately 600 scare actors who make it a perilous adventure for those who brave the event. One of the star scare actors of Halloween Horror Nights 12 looks like he could have popped out of the pages of a novel. Meet Nightmare. This menacing monster was the brainchild of the Universal Dream Team. But how do they turn an idea for a monster into the real deal? First, the concept is drawn as a pencil sketch. Then that drawing is transformed into a computer color rendering. From the color rendering, a small statue called a maquette is constructed. The prosthetics lab and costuming department then create the life-size costume. One of the most integral parts of Nightmare and many other characters is the mask. Making these synthetic disguises is practically a work of art.
The staff that I have making everything for Halloween Horror Nights is generally a staff of about 20 people at this point. They're all extremely skilled makeup artists with skills ranging from sculpting, mold making, painting.
And here's an eye-opener. They have to create multiple masks for one character.
We might have to make 15 of the same mask because they're in different areas of a haunted house or they're in shifts. So it's not that we just make a mask and it's one person.
The caretaker, the icon for Halloween Horror Nights 12, doesn't wear a mask. His look is created with makeup. Our cameras rolled as makeup artist Jonah Levy took actor Bryce Ward from normal guy to creepy goon, a process that takes up to 2 hours. We bet you won't see a makeover like this on any other show. In the character hierarchy, the event icon is certainly at the top of the food chain. But there are other roles that many people are chomping at the bit to play. In fact, this character role is so prestigious, many people vie for it each year. This elite group of characters has the ability to send visitors running for their lives. Meet the few, the proud, the chainsaw characters.
When I scare people, it's the adrenaline just builds up inside of me, and it just gives me a sense of excitement and enthusiasm that I'm doing my job right and doing the right thing and just having a lot of fun out there.